Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this
welcome
Sarah?
Yes.
Sarah Atiqah and Co.
Yes. May I know
Okay.
your name?
My name is Mr. Lee.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, Mr. D from Zailox in Berhad?
Yes, I have an appointment with Miss Sarah and Miss Anis at 9 a.m.
Yeah. It says here. Okay, let me call them for a sec.
Okay.
Hello? Yes. Can he come in? Okay. I can escort you.
Okay.
You can come here.
Okay.
May he come in? Yes.
Okay.
Hello? Sorry, I'm running late. I'm Mr. Sleepy A. Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Lee and Miss Tasnim, right?
Hello.
Welcome to Atiqah and Co. I am Anis Afifah. I think we spoke on the phone yesterday.
Yes.
Alright, so this is our founding partner, Miss Atiqah.
Hello, Mr. Lee and Miss Tasnim. I believe we've met before.
Yes. We have. We met a while ago, and I requested you to search some documents at the land office on our behalf.
Yes. We've done as you requested. But first, how was your trip here?
Oh, we were stuck in traffic for over an hour.
Yeah.
We're sorry to hear that, but Bukit Bintang is known for its heavy traffic. So, but without much time to waste, if you're both ready, shall we get started?
Yes, of course.
So before we get into the crux of the matter, I believe we should tell you that we are bound by law to keep everything and anything said and done within these walls confidential. So therefore, you are highly encouraged to share with us all the facts and information so that we can assist you in the best way possible.
Yeah.
So is everything clear? That's fine.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So are you in a rush or anything like that?
No.
Right? No. Okay. So we don't expect that our consultation session will take more than an hour maximum, but we will try to make it as short as possible if that's a concern. So it's not a concern, right? All right. As for the fees, our consultation today will cost you around 100 ringgit for the hour only. And future consultations will also cost the same. But please see our receptionist should you wish to schedule further consultations session.
All right. So we understand everything. So can we start for what we came for?
All right, of course. So we have done as you requested, and we found that the state government had issued a Form E, but it was never given or received personally by you, Mr. Lee. Yes. So it was right for you to come to us to verify if it's true what your neighbor had said.
So we are on the right track from before. The state government is playing games with us.
You might want to brace yourself, Mr. Lee, because there were abnormalities with several other forms as well. Form A had never been issued, but Form D had already been gazetted on 28th July 2021 with Zailox property at Sri Kembangan listed on it. However, even though it's been gazetted, it has since lapsed when we checked. So Form K was also issued on 23rd October 2022, but was not endorsed on the RDT or Registered Document of Title.
So what should we do right now?
If we're going to help you and Zylox, we need to ask you some questions to assist us in giving you the legal opinion. But first, Mr. Lee, you are the managing director of Zylox, correct?
Yes, I am.
And Zylox owns the 3-story shop office in Sri Kembangan in regards to which you asked us to search at the land office, correct?
Yes.
And you had come to know that the state was acquiring the properties within Zylox vicinity by your neighbor?
Yes, we knew at the first instant from Mr. Ho, who is the tenant manager of the shop house next to us. So he said that the state wanted to take some of the properties in our area so that they could develop the Kelang Valley MRT line 2 project. So I think this was in September 2021. Then he told me that his company had been given notice in Form E.
Yes, I believe that checks out, Mr. Lee.
Speaking of forms, Miss Anis and Miss Sarah, as we were on our way here just now, we were discussing about land acquisition procedures, if I'm not mistaken, earlier, and it involves a number of technical forms that you mentioned before, Form A, Form B. May we know which form is important to us right now?
To be honest, Miss Tasnim, yes, but Land acquisition consists of several forms.
We will try to explain it in the simplest way possible so that you both of you could get like the gist of it. So Form A, as the one that we mentioned earlier, is the notice on the intention to acquire your land. So from this by the state authority, which in this case is the state government of Selangor, right? So Form D is the declaration by the state authority, government of Selangor, of their intended acquisition of the land.
The other two forms that you have mentioned, firstly, Form E is the notice of inquiry on the compensation to persons who are related to the land, or in other words, persons who are having interest in the land. And second, Form K is the notice that the possession has been taken of acquired land.
There's a lot of activities. So, are there any procedures between these forms?
Yes, of course, Mr. Lee. We will later provide you the written version of the procedures so that you could understand better. So, are there any more questions?
Yeah, actually, I'm very unclear with our current situation right now. So, I would like to know, is it legal for the state to do something like this? Like they acquire our property without informing us? And I think that's surely not allowed, right? And yes, if in our situation, did they already officially acquire our land? And if yes, when actually is the effective date of the acquisition?
We understand that this has been quite shocking to you and your company, and that is why we will try our best to assist you in the best way we can. Are there any more issues bothering you before we answer your question?
So can we sue the state government or for any composition of our property?
I can see how you feel this is unfair to you, and fortunately, yes, you can bring this matter to the court and get compensated, and we can assist you through the process with the details that we will specify later.
Oh, and another thing, as you know, the property does not actually belong to me specifically. It's belong to the company. So I'm one of the directors, and we have other directors, shareholders, that will also really have a say on this matter. So I mean, is our property being taken? Shouldn't we be involved in determining the amount of compensation? And can we ask the court to increase the amount if we are not satisfied?
Yes, of course, as the owner of the property, you say you have those rights. However, as your situation is a bit complicated, we will try to explain this matter to you later so that you will understand your position as the legal owners.
All right,
Better.
thank you for being so patient and understanding.
Yeah, no problem, Mr. Lee. If that's all.
Hey, wait. Actually, there's another thing I think that we mislook before this. Actually, we sold the land to another party.
Oh, if we may ask, when did you sign the sale and purchase agreement?
Oh, let me check.
It was like
2 months ago.
Yeah,
2 months ago. So what will happen to that agreement? If that agreement being terminated, oh, it will cost a lot to our company.
Well, unfortunately, in this type of situations, if you enter into a sale and purchase agreement after the effective date of the land acquisition, the agreement will have to be terminated as the property had been compulsorily acquired by the state authority. However, if the acquisition can be found to be not effective, then there's no problem for your company to proceed with the contract.
Yeah, but not to worry, Mr. Lee, Ms. Tasnim, we will provide you with a comprehensive letter on Zylox's position in this situation, along with the steps that are needed to be taken to protect your rights as the registered owners of the property.
Okay, so we'll be looking forward to the document.
yeah.
Mr. Lee, thank you for explaining to us all the relevant information and facts. But before anything, I would just like to double check and summarize the facts with you, if that's okay. Alright, so to recap, your company Zylox November Heights property in Sri Kembangan is subject to land acquisition by the state government for the purpose of developing the Klang Valley MRT Line 2 project. So just to double check, these were your questions earlier. So first, can the state government simply acquire your property without informing you their intention to do so? Right. Second, what is the status of the property and was it effectively acquired? And if so, when was the effective date of the acquisition? Yes.
Yes.
Can you challenge the state government on the validity of their action of taking your property? So if so, how can you challenge it?
Yes.
Okay. So when will the compensation be determined, and does the company have a say on the matter, on the
Yes.
amount? Right. So can the board of directors increase the amount of compensation if it's insufficient, if they're
Yes, yes,
dissatisfied
yes.
with it? Right. So lastly, the validity of the sale and purchase agreement that you
yes.
entered into about 2 months ago. Okay. All right. So that's all right, and I'm not missing
No,
anything.
that's
no,
all.
no.
6.
So, all right, we need more time to delve deeper into these issues in order to give comprehensive and complete advice as part of our legal opinion. However, before we end our session, I would just like to give you a brief rundown on the current situation. So, generally, the state government, in this case, the state government of Selangor, can take lands for public purposes under the law.
Okay.
However, in order to do that, they need to follow certain procedures required by law, such as the most important ones, like publishing all the relevant forms from Form A to Form N, as we
That's a lot.
discussed earlier. Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why it's necessary for us to see whether there are any loopholes or anything that they've missed in the procedural aspect, so that we could challenge the validity of their acquisition. So I hope this information is helpful for you, just so you can understand the situation better.
Yeah.
We understand.
I think that is all for now. Thank you for your time and consideration. If you have any new information, please just contact us through WhatsApp or email, and please give us a bit of time to research on the issue and questions that you have given us, so we can give you our best advice. And once we have finalized our answers, we'll send you a letter addressing all the questions and issues for your perusal. And thank you again for
Yes, thank
coming,
you.
and have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Is that all?
Thank you.
Good evening, Miss Anis. Sorry for the last minute online meeting.
Oh, good evening, Miss Sarah. Oh, it's okay. It worked out well in my schedule. So shall we discuss Mr. Lee's inquiries?
Yes, let's not waste any more time. I believe we filled out 4 issues from his questions. Have you researched yours?
Yes, I have. So my issues are, first, whether the state government of Selangor can acquire Zylox's land, and second, whether Zylox can appeal against the land acquisition. So essentially, for my first issue, by virtue of Section 3 of the Land Acquisition Act, the state government can acquire Zylox's land because it's being acquired for a public purpose, which in this case is for the Klang Valley MRT Line 2 project. But for my second issue, I've determined that even though the state government has good reason to acquire Zylox's land, Zylox can still appeal by way of judicial review due to non-compliance with statutory requirements.
Brilliant. Well, for my issues, firstly, whether Zylox and Amberhead is entitled to receive compensation, and if yes, they are entitled, can they have a say on the amount of compensation received? So they are entitled to compensation where they have the right to have a say during the inquiry stage. However, they did not attend it based on the facts, and absence in the inquiry stage does not invalidate the award and the decision of the land administrator, as it is final and conclusive. However, they can still appeal to the court. And the second issue is whether the sale and purchase agreement invalidates the land acquisition by state authority. So, in accordance with the Land Acquisition Act, any dealings after acquisition does not invalidate the acquisition of the land. So, Zylox must terminate their agreement with the third party as their land had been compulsorily acquired by the state authority. And yeah, well, I think that's all.
Alright, I'll get to work with preparing a letter with our legal opinion to be sent to Mr. Lee and Zylox later. So have a good day, Miss Sarah.
Thank you. You too, Miss Anis.